Most people think that you have to be lost in thought, that there's no other way. Even in meditation, most people assume that thoughts are going to be there. But most people don't know that you actually can completely rest without thinking, without getting lost, without being distracted completely. I'm going to bring you some powerful ideas from this book to teach you how to do that. The first main idea is that you actually don't notice when you get lost. So imagine you're sitting trying to meditate, you focus on your breath, and suddenly a thought about something comes. Here's the thing, you don't notice when the thought is coming for you and it's taking you away. You normally notice afterwards. You were just focusing on your breath or focusing on any object you wanted to, and suddenly after a while you find, oh, I was lost. This is a very important point because instead of effort, I wanted to use skill. Second powerful idea is that you don't have to fight the thought. That will be another thought. That will be getting lost and deeper into more activity, meaning you're focusing on your breath, the thought comes across, takes you away, and suddenly after a while you notice, oh, I was just lost in thought. Most people's reaction is it comes another thought that judges yourself and says, no, I did it wrong. I shouldn't be thinking. I'm doing my meditation wrong. And you push it back or you push yourself back. You see, that's another layer of activity on top of that. No, that's not how it's done. And that's why for most people, this is a frustrating thing that even for meditators, it takes them really, really years to do this. There is no need for that. You can do clearly in few months, you can make incredible progress. So the key point, and this is one of the key points, is that when you find yourself distracted, instead of throwing in more distraction in the form of self-judgment or more thoughts about it, you just gently, as if you were training a kid, as if you were just teaching something to someone you love, you just simply just return back. That's the whole most important point you will ever understand about this. So just try that and you will make tremendous progress. The third powerful idea is that actually thoughts are not something to fight. Thoughts at this level of the training, because this changes over time, but in the beginning, when you find yourself lost in thought, thoughts are your training weights. So you have a lot of thoughts. Congratulations. You can do a lot of exercise. So it's not something to feel guilty about. It's a great opportunity to learn it even more intensively, if you wanted to say. Some people kind of sit there and space out. These people won't learn it so quickly as if you think that you are unfortunate because your mind thinks a lot and you're getting lost a lot. Well, fantastic, you're doing a lot of training. The moment that you come back, that's the moment where you're actually training. So the more thoughts you have, the more opportunity to do reps and go back to the central point of what you're doing. The fourth main idea is that you will get distracted in two different ways. One of it is like you will become restless. This is actually normally the point for most people. And in this agitation, you're focusing, let's say, on the breath, and you get agitated, your mind start building this kind of tension, and you will explode into restlessness. It means like a monkey mind, a lot of thoughts. But there's another way that most people, especially when you start advancing or when you are tired or in different conditions, you will find that actually the way you disconnect from the object is not by agitation, but it's by dullness. Means that you, as if imagine someone driving and falling asleep. It start fading your consciousness of the object in this case. Start fading, so you start losing aliveness and the vivid clarity of the object. And at some point, you just, what I was. That's dangerous. Don't do that, especially while driving. A fifth powerful idea from this book is that imagine that your attention is like a beam of light. You're focusing on your breath. That's a spotlight. If you succeed actually bring it back little by little, the background, all these things that are distracting you, including thoughts, oh yeah, I should be doing this, or yeah, I could do that. All these thoughts about any other time but this one, about the future, about the past, about anything, they will start fading if you go back. So you're going back to this spotlight of your attention, and then you will see how the background start losing momentum. So this is the fantastic, interesting news for many people, because don't think you can have this experience. And this experience is available to you, and you can do it if you practice it. But most people don't know that this is possible to train your attention and your mind to this level. And I'm here to show you, and please do get that book or any other book. There's another book that is called The Attention Revolution by Alan Wallace, which is also a great guide on all this. 6. How will you do progress in this context? Most people assume that progress in this meditation and this attention stabilization will mean that you're focused for a longer period of time. But no, that's a consequence. The real progress you're going to find, especially in the first stages, is how quick you come back. Okay, this is a very important point. When you're judging yourself, when you're judging your meditation, oh, I was able to stay more in the object. No, I'm saying no. So you had a lot of thoughts, you weren't on the object. Okay, that's not a problem. What you have to be checking and monitoring is how quickly you go back into your object. That's your cue. That's the way you understand if you're making progress in this. Don't judge yourself because you cannot stay in the object, because in the beginning it's going to be frustrating. And here are the good news. If you do that long enough, at some point, for example, in this model of 10 stages, in the 10th stage, you're able to stay with the object for 4 hours. That's the standard. 4 hours. Most people don't get to stay 30 seconds with anything. So imagine what 4 hours is. It's basically, well, I'm going to save my words for that and for you to leave it. And the 7th idea is that thoughts are not failure. So your thoughts are not something you're doing wrong. It's not failure. Your thoughts are the path. Your thoughts are the bricks that helps you, the steps that helps you move towards, are the path itself. So respect your mind, treat your thoughts with care, just retract every time, correct your mind gently. Imagine you're teaching a kid to drive a bike. Correct gently. You want to correct, but you want to correct gently. The more you push away thoughts, the more you try to force concentration, not going to work. It's going to be very unstable. On the other hand, if you understand these very simple principles, you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And you're going to develop incredible amount of stability, attention, stillness, silence that will open a whole world, that will make you way more aware of all the patterns in yourself and all how your mind works. And that will bring tremendous clarity and peace to your life. If you're serious about truly understanding meditation, not just the surface level mindfulness hype, but the deep, time-tested methods of the sages, I have a free course with real practical guidance waiting for you. And if you struggle to stay consistent with your meditation practice, join our free community for accountability, live online meditation sessions, and discussion circles that will keep you supported every step of the way. You'll find the link to join in the description or the comments below, so you will never have to do this alone. See you there.